And Hampton, we're here working on your property. Here's John Warren, and he's going to explain the orange sign at his ankle.
Carter has a 30 to 36 inch boxwood to mark this corner.
We didn't want to block your access down, but he has some really pretty 4x4s which we're using in another spot. And then you can see along the railing that we're putting every 20 feet, which is my formula for success with what you see when you walk along. We've got a little anchor boxwood. Right here, we talked about a boxwood, or let me show you all the way up. We have at my house a gouty, and there's your dish, a gouty spruce that would be twice as tall as John. That will come up here. It's willowy. It's a beautiful plant. It's a very rare thing. They do not make them anymore. I'm going to get an estimate from them for digging it, and a regular price for whatever they cost in the world of nurseries where something comparable would exist. It's probably going to be about $3.50 for the cost of the plant, and then they're going to give you a cost for digging and transplanting. These are what are known as small boxwoods. There'll be 3 Tardiva hydrangeas, bushy. It'll be very nice. That'll go inside this space. John, do you mind being a Tardiva hydrangea for a minute? And be sure to make your canopy and wider. Yeah, there. See, it's just the right size. So that'll fill you out. It's a good price. This is another small one. There'll be a 36, which is bigger, right next to it. As you know, these are your steps going up to the wonderful landing. There'll be a small one here. I like to do clumps of boxwoods because they look billowy, and they just anchor better than just one. Beside it will be another 36. Where Randy is, to the left of him, that will be a 4x4. So the 36 and the 18-ish one over here, there's not room for a 4x4 there. It's too tight. But you can have one here, and that's the perfect plant. Where Randy just stepped down, those 3 little flags are the strawberry vanilla hydrangea that will be shorter. They're smaller. You're going to have to keep them pruned, but they're just a nicer scale for your work. This we talked about. That would be a 36. This is the small box. Beautiful. We got prettiest, roundest ones to go up these steps to anchor that. There's one over here in this node. And then look, your bonus lupins are coming up in the pathway, and also some of your looks like Achillea is coming up. So we want you to keep those, and we can transplant them, or why don't you just keep them in the path and walk between them, and it'll be charming. Right over here is another 4x4 to anchor this big open space. We're trying to stretch them as far as we can. There's another little box here, beautiful round one. And then as we come along the lupin walk, come to this landing, and this is the ending boxwood. There's just room for one, so we're not going to try to do 2. And then there would be a huge 4x4 here. So there'd be a 4x4 there, which you need, and a 4x4 here. And then that dish, I believe we talked about moving it, and I saw there's a dish on your roof on the other end. So here are the guys. We're all working. I hope it's okay to go on and put these in. The weather's like perfect, so I just said go ahead and do it. And if I made a mistake, I do.
Okay, Carter, we're going to put Mary suggested boxwoods leading down the path to frame the steps. So probably a small 18-inch.
So there'd be 3 of them, because we weren't sure if you were having a railing or not, and this would help.
Railing if you want it.
It just needs something because it's sort of an abrupt area, even though it has pretty rock work. So that was a suggestion, and the 3 would be pretty regardless, even if you have a railing. They would frame it. Boy, a little bit of green goes a long way, doesn't it? Wave it, Carter, Randy.